If you are a freelancer with student loans, you actually have more tools to save money than W-2 employees. Freelancers can strategically lower their adjusted gross income, which does two powerful things at the same time. It reduces your tax bill, and it can lower your student loan payments. Most people with student debt never connect these two things. This video is going to show you exactly how to use your freelancer tax deductions to save money on both taxes and student loans in 2026. Welcome to the Freelancer's Wealth Blueprint, where we help freelancers and self-employed professionals master their taxes, build wealth, and stop stressing about money. Subscribe and hit the bell for more strategies like this. Let us start with the student loan interest deduction. If you paid interest on a qualified student loan, you can deduct up to $2,500 per year. This is an above-the-line deduction, which means you get it even if you take the standard deduction. You do not need to itemize. But there is a catch. It phases out based on your adjusted gross income. For single filers in 2026, the phase-out begins at $85,000 and the deduction disappears completely at $100,000. For married filing jointly, it starts at $175,000 and ends at $205,000. Here is where freelancers have the edge. As a freelancer, you have access to deductions that directly reduce your AGI before the student loan interest phase-out is even calculated. W-2 employees do not have most of these. Let me walk you through a real example. Say you are a freelancer with $95,000 in gross income. Without any adjustments, your AGI is above the $85,000 threshold, and your student loan interest deduction starts getting reduced. But watch what happens when you use your freelancer deductions. You contribute $24,500 to a solo 401k, that is the 2026 employee contribution limit. You contribute $4,400 to a health savings account, which is the individual limit for 2026. You deduct half of your self-employment tax, which on $95,000 of net earnings comes to roughly $6,740. After those three deductions, your AGI drops from $95,000 to approximately $59,360. That is well below the $85,000 phase-out threshold. You now qualify for the full $2,500 student loan interest deduction. Without those freelancer deductions, you would have lost most or all of that $2,500. That is money back in your pocket simply because you structured your finances correctly. Now let us talk about the double benefit that most people miss. If you are on an income-driven repayment plan, your monthly student loan payment is calculated based on your AGI. The lower your AGI, the lower your payment. The main IDR plans in 2026 include the Save Plan, Income-Based Repayment, and Pay-As-You-Earn. There is also a new plan called the Repayment Assistance Plan launching in July 2026 with payments set at 1 to 10% of your AGI. Here is the key insight. Every dollar you reduce your AGI through retirement contributions, HSA contributions, and the self-employment tax deduction also reduces the income that your student loan payment is calculated on. You pay less in taxes and you pay less on your student loans. That is the double benefit. In our example, your AGI dropped from $95,000 to about $59,000. On an IDR plan, where you pay 10% of discretionary income, that difference could reduce your monthly loan payment by $200 to $300. Over 12 months, that is $2,400 to $3,600 in lower payments on top of your tax savings. Now let us talk about IDR loan forgiveness. After 20 to 25 years of payments on an IDR plan, the remaining balance is forgiven. Here is the critical update for 2026. The American Rescue Plan made IDR forgiveness tax-free, but that provision expired on December 31st, 2025. As of 2026, if your loans are forgiven through IDR, the forgiven amount is treated as taxable ordinary income. This is sometimes called the tax bomb. If you have $200,000 in loans forgiven, that could add $200,000 to your taxable income in that year. Plan ahead for this. What about public service loan forgiveness? PSLF forgives your remaining balance after 10 years of qualifying payments while working for a qualifying employer, which means government agencies or 501c3 nonprofits. Freelancers generally do not qualify because you are self-employed, not employed by a qualifying organization. Even if you contract with a nonprofit, your payments during that time typically do not count because you are not their employee. Here is a strategy for S-Corp freelancers. Under Section 127, employers can provide up to $5,250 per year in tax-free educational assistance, including student loan repayment. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act made this permanent, and it will be inflation indexed starting after 2026. If you operate as an S-Corp, you are an employee of your own corporation. Your S-Corp can establish a Section 127 educational assistance plan and provide you with up to $5,250 per year tax-free toward your student loans. That money is deductible by the corporation and not taxable income to you. It is one of the most overlooked benefits for freelancers with student debt. Should you refinance your federal loans? Refinancing to a private lender may get you a lower interest rate, which saves money on interest. But you permanently lose access to IDR plans, PSLF eligibility, deferment, and forbearance protections. For freelancers with variable income, those federal protections can be a lifeline during slow periods. Think very carefully before refinancing. One more challenge specific to freelancers. IDR payments are based on your prior year AGI, but your current income might be very different. In a high-income year, your next year's IDR payment jumps up even if your income drops. The strategy is to maximize retirement contributions in high-income years to keep your AGI as low as possible, which smooths out your IDR payments over time. Here is your action plan. Step 1. Maximize solo 401k and HSA contributions to reduce your AGI. Step 2. Check if your AGI falls below the student loan interest deduction phase-out. Step 3. If on an IDR plan, calculate how your lower AGI affects your monthly payment. Step 4. If you have an S-Corp, explore setting up a Section 127 plan. Step 5. Plan ahead for IDR forgiveness tax implications. Your freelancer deductions are not just about saving on taxes. They are about saving on everything that is tied to your AGI. If this video helped you, subscribe for more freelancer financial strategies. See you in the next one. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute tax advice. Consult a qualified tax professional for guidance specific to your situation.